Since I brought them up in the last episode, I suppose it's only fair that at some point today we sit down and set up some new boat lines. I say new, I think we could drop the word new and just say boat lines because we don't actually have any yet. But we're not going to be starting today with that because what I want to do is actually work on something that I also mentioned in the previous episode, which is bringing machines into Thatcham. Because my whole thing right now, as we've seen, is about growing Thatcham, turning it into a bit of a hub and spending ridiculous amounts of money with the hope that I might happen to possibly make some of that money back. Now, I don't know if we're going to make that money back. I don't know if we're actually going to make any money at all anymore because we're losing 17 million there. We're losing 17 million there. Although this one is losing money because I added a bunch of new trains to it. That one will probably eventually make money. We're losing 14 million there. We're losing 1 million, 2 million on that plane line. We're losing a lot of money. But we're making 24 million there, 16 million there, 15, 14, 10, 7, 6, 6, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So we're making money as well, right? We're probably going to be okay. Now, the reason we're sitting on minus $100 million right now is actually because I spent a few tens of millions of dollars on a few new things. Now, I mentioned bringing machines into Thatcham, and I mentioned that they were going to get made down in Morton Hampstead because it's kind of close. Now, this place is not making machines as quickly as I would like. That tends to be because, quite frankly, we don't have enough steel coming in here. And that tends to be because this factory over here isn't really making enough steel for my liking. Its production has certainly increased, and that's actually because I went ahead and spent tens of millions of dollars on new vehicles for all the lines that supply that factory, but it could be doing better. It could be doing a lot better. So hopefully it picks up. I'm kind of going to keep an eye on it and see what it ends up doing, but you know, it's going to be a case of just sort of waiting and seeing a little bit. Although it probably wouldn't be a terrible idea, at the very least, to upgrade some of these roads just to allow the vehicles to go a little bit faster on them, because I think that's probably part of what's got them slowed down just a little bit. Now, apparently this is a problem. I'm not really sure where the connection issue is on this, but we can upgrade all of you, and we can't upgrade that bit. So the vehicles are going to go really slowly across that train track there, but that's kind of okay. We'll just do that, right? We'll do that right there, and hopefully the trucks go just a little teensy bit faster. And if they do, great. If they don't, they don't. But that is what's going to supply the steel for my machines. And I've also gone ahead and built a new section of track right here, which is going to let us bring a train in this way to pick up the machines and take them over to Thatcham. Now, my thinking on this is that we already have the machines getting picked up by one train. We are probably going to need to get a bit more steel coming in here from another source. And we kind of have some options on that. If we really wanted to, we could maybe look at bringing steel over from sort of, we did have steel production in here somewhere at one point. I'm pretty sure. It's been that long that I don't know where I'm looking anymore, to be completely honest. Here, for example, we have some steel production, but I think this is nearly maxed out, so we'll probably not be going. The point is, Morton Hampstead could probably use more steel. I'm just not going to worry about it right now because it's not a huge deal. What is a huge deal is that we need a train to test this out. So let's head up to Tadcaster and let's go ahead and have a little look, because we have a diesel train, which is kind of cool looking. Now, it can only do 75 miles per hour, but the wagon that can move the steel can only do 75 as well. So there's not really much point in going with something a bit faster than this guy, such as the Class A4, which is $7.6 million and $1.2 million per year, versus this guy, which is 5.4 and 911,000. So this guy is cheaper and can go as fast as the fastest wagon. So I figure we get this guy and I figure we go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these guys. And that'll work out nicely. About $15 million is fine. The line doesn't actually exist for this yet, but I think what we'll do is go for bright yellow, because that's horrific, basically. That's going to look horrific. Actually, let's go for bright red, because I think it's going to look slightly less horrific, being probably the key word there. Now, coming down this way, I've gone past Morton Hampstead. Where is Morton Hampstead? There it is. Man, finding Morton Hampstead is more difficult than it has any right to be. We're going to go from here, and we're going to go up this way. Now, I'm not sure what way I want to do this, because obviously we want the tracks to be done in such a way that the trains aren't crash into each other. But I almost wonder if it would be worth giving this guy its own platform. I feel like it almost would. So let's actually do that. Let's kind of have it cross over in a different way, because right now I had it set up that it comes in on the left side, and then it crosses over from the left side over to this left side. But if I just flip that, I didn't mean to take out the track, but that's okay. If we just flip that, what we can do is give it its own platform, and therefore we can hopefully not have any major tailbacks. So something like this, it's going to come in. It is going to go the whole way along this section of track, and I want to have a look at how it works up here. So it's going to that platform. So that's actually doing what we wanted to do. So it comes in, it goes to there, and it crosses back over to the left. Okay, so that is actually set up perfectly as far as I can tell. So you are going to come in on the left, you cross over to the right, you come out on the left and stay on the left. That's totally fine. Okay, that actually works really nicely. Let's get you set up as, was it train cargo? I don't remember how I've done this. Rail cargo, road cargo. How did I do it? Cargo train, that was it, CT. So cargo train, and it is going to be, I guess, Thatch machines delivery is what we're going to go for there. So all the way up to the top. Let's see what color it's going to be. I actually don't know. What color have we gone for in Thatcham? We've gone for that kind of blue color. So let's just go for the same. Let's go for red. We went for red on the train. We're going for red in the line, and that's okay. So that should now be set up the way I want it to be. Although I probably do want to go ahead and get a little signal just here. I think right about there is probably the best spot for it. So that should now be set up. And now all we're going to need to do is have a look at that line and say that in Morton Hampstead, you are going to load up on machines, and in Thatcham, you are going to unload everything that you have. And we'll see if it works. We'll see how it turns out. We'll go up and set the train in the line, and hopefully we're only going to need the one. I would doubt we're going to need more than that, but you never know. We'll set the train anyway, and I want to have a look at it because I've not actually seen this this train before. Well, I probably have, but I've not seen it in this save, so that's kind of what counts. It's actually kind of cool looking. It is actually kind of cool looking. I like it. I actually like it a lot. Okay, so that's cool. We got that heading out. We can, have that guy do his thing. Not going to be the fastest train in the world, but it can go as fast as the wagons, and that's what counts. Now, let me have a little bit of a look down here, because I want to see, has anything been put in that side yet? No, it hasn't. Do we have any steel in here? No, we don't. Okay. That is something we need to deal with. We really need to deal with this steel problem. Because looking at this, it needs more coal. That's kind of the thing. So if I have a look at these two lines, if we pin you, the coal one has a rate of 594, 16 seconds. The iron one has a rate of 605, 16 seconds. The rate doesn't really matter. The rate kind of does matter, but the rate being over 600 doesn't matter, because if I'm not mistaken, the annual output of these mines is 600. So the rate being over 600 is actually kind of silly. But that should mean This guy, yeah, the production is increasing a little bit, which is fine. You are, I mean, I guess most of these trucks are probably running relatively empty. I don't really know. I don't know. I don't really know what kind of setup we've got on this, but hopefully we start to see some good things. I mean, we had some steel come in. There is clearly some machines sitting about there, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we see good things. Hopefully we see, you know, a bunch of machines getting moved into Thatcham. Although thinking about it, Thatcham doesn't actually have, it's not set up to deliver the machines anywhere right now, is it? So where do the machines need to go? Oh, that's perfect. So the machines just get dropped off. Do we not already have a machines line? No, we have a goods line. So Southwestern goods delivery is a thing. So it comes from over here, doesn't it? Yeah, it comes from this production, but hasn't this production sort of dried up a little bit? Yeah, it needs steel as well. Okay. So this is getting steel from where? So Morton Steel. Oh, I mean, it's relatively full, but didn't I get rid of like an entire steel production setup for some reason to like, okay, why did I do that? Why did I get rid of that entire steel production line? That seems kind of silly, because it seems like it probably would have done really good things for us, and now it doesn't do anything for us because it doesn't exist. I'm thinking I'm going to add the steel back. I'm not going to lie. I feel like it's potentially needed. I'm not saying for sure that it's needed, but I feel like it's potentially needed. So we'll do like this little setup so people can kind of go in that way. And I guess what we do is just set up these lines. They don't even, oh, they already exist. Okay, so what are these lines? That's coal and iron to steel and steel to goods. Okay. I mean, this is kind of exciting. Let's do, oh boy. Okay. Where can I get trucks from? Can we get them from here, or do we have a truck depot? It doesn't look like it. Where is my nearest truck depot? Is it, I think it's Bournemouth, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So, iron and steel. Let's do 10 of each, I guess. So 10 of you guys, will set you in that sort of lilac-y color, and we're just going to put you back out onto Honiton coal. We're going to get 10 of you guys again, and we'll put you on the iron one. And then I think we need a different one for steel, right? So steel is, yeah, this kind of flatbed looking one. So we'll go for, I don't know, 10 of those as well for now, and then we can balance them a little bit later on, and that's going to be Honiton steel to goods production. Okay, so this guy is already producing, which is lovely. And if we have a little bit of a look, it's a rate of 97.97, which is lovely, and then this guy is a rate of 276.34. Huh. Okay, that's fine. Then you have 246.39. Oh boy. Oh, I have to do math now, don't I? So the rate of steel to goods can be half of the rate. So we should probably aim for like 200 on steel to goods production. So pin you as well. Manage these vehicles. And let me get rid of like 2 of you. So getting rid of 2 of you brings that rate down to 197. That's okay. So 197, which means we're going to be aiming for a rate of 400 on coal to steel. Because it's 2 coal, 2 iron to 1 steel. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. Manage these vehicles. Duplicate all of them, which brings us to about 195. Duplicate them again, which brings us to about, did I not clone them? I didn't. That brings us to a grand total of 390. Okay, 390 is not bad. Let me just add 1 more, which gives us 400 exactly. Perfect. And then we need to look at the iron one. So these vehicles, we can probably just get away with like 4 more of them, which gives us 387. I'm thinking 1 more, and that's going to give us 414. Okay. That's a little bit more drastic. Let me get rid of you. Let's get rid of you, and that goes down to 387. It's kind of drastic whatever way we do it. So we'll go over so that we're going to have an excess of what? Coal, I think? No, iron. Okay. That should be fine. That should, I guess, technically be balanced if I'm doing my math right, which I might not be, but I think I'm doing it right. So that's okay. And that should give us a bunch more steel, which should give us a bunch more goods, which should mean more goods for Thatcham more regularly, and that's perfect. Looking down this way, we still don't have any goods actually on the Thatcham line right now, which is a little annoying, but also kind of to be expected, because usually it takes forever for these lines to update, unless I've done something wrong, which I don't think I have, but I also might have, so we'll give it a minute. We'll see what ends up happening. Hopefully we do see some good things. What are you doing? Morton steel to goods production. Oh, okay. So you're coming down for the steel. How much steel do we have sitting around here, though? 106. Okay, this guy is going to need... It's just going to need better production. I think that's kind of where we're at, but I'm not... I don't know. We'll see how it ends up going. We need to do more about fuel as well. I feel like a lot of my lines that I made ages ago are falling apart, but that's not really the focus of today's episode, is it? I said we're going to do boats, so let's do some boats. Let's have a little look and a little bit of a think. And I'm thinking Tenterden to Whitby. I'm thinking Whitby to maybe Stow in the Wold. Maybe just something kind of simple. I don't know why people would use boats to get there when they can just use cars and trains, but maybe we could go to Crediton as well. Oh man, we could go straight up and down that river, although that bridge would probably need redone. So wait, would that bridge need redone? Maybe. We'll find out. Let's just have a little bit of fun with this and see what we can end up doing. So Tenterden, what are we gonna do with you? I think we're going to get rid of these buildings to start with, and we're going to have a little bit of a look at getting some boats. So passenger harbor, cargo harbor. I think it's definitely going to be passenger, right? We're 100% not doing cargo with this. And it can just sit there really nicely, actually. So right about there is fine. I don't know if there's anything to configure with this, although apparently there is. Wait, how is this? So how does this work? So passenger, ooh, I can extend this. I like that I can extend this. What is this? Pedestrian entrance. Ooh. Okay, now that I want to extend because I don't... Oh, that looks a little weird though. Let me get rid of those. And let me just do like another passenger harbor. And I'm gonna do a cargo one just because I can, not because I think we're gonna have cargo coming down here. Because then I can do like a small dock or like a large dock, which is maybe a little excessive. Can I not get like a wooden one? I can get rid of that one. I would like this. I would, wait, oh, that's the passenger. Oh, would you look at that? Okay. And then this guy is made of stone. Okay. So that's fine. Cargo, small dock right there. That looks interesting, I guess. And I guess we can also go ahead and just put the entrances like all the way along here, except for on that one, which is a little weird. But if I do it that way, it almost looks like lanes for vehicles to drive up into, divided by bollards, and I kind of like that. I think that looks kind of cool. So I'm kind of okay with that. Okay, so that keeps that area nice and blocked from things building. And then in terms of the next one, I mean, it's just going to be Whitby. And I'm thinking... Oh, where am I thinking? Where am I thinking for Whitby? I'm thinking here. Although down here would have better access for a bus. So let's actually go for that spot instead. We'll just clear out a bunch of those buildings. And let's see what we can do. So this guy is going to go, I guess right about there is, well, it's going to have to be more like there, I think. So we'll go like there. And we'll go ahead and configure you. And we'll sort of do the same thing. So we'll go for another passenger harbor. We'll go for a cargo one. We'll go ahead and get the cargo thing there. We'll get the passenger dock right there, which honestly would look cool kind of stuck out like this. I'm not gonna lie, actually, that looks kind of cool. It really does. I actually really like that. But I don't know how effective it's going to be. So we're just going to not do it because I don't know what it's going to do for my boats. And that does the job. Then in terms of miscellaneous stuff, it's just going to be the exact same thing across here. And apparently I can actually just do this. So I think the issue with the harbor down that way was just the angle. But this is, I mean, it's kind of terrible looking, isn't it? But it's going to do the job. Maybe if I hit it with a smoothing brush, it'll look a little less sort of rough. It does a little bit. I think I might have to hide some crimes here. I'm not gonna lie. I think, you know, maybe a tree, nice big tree, another big tree, just something a little bit like this to kind of hide how ugly that whole space is. It doesn't look great with the trees there, but it does the job, and that's what counts. Now, do you even count as a I don't even know if that counts as an actual cargo port, but that's fine. Next, I think it is going to be Stow on the Wold, honestly, because it's kind of set up perfectly for some docks, although that's a really thin waterway. But I think it's more or less set up perfectly. And what we could do is take out like these guys, because there's a bus right there. So we'll just do, you know, spin you around. We'll go for like here, I guess. And I don't think this needs to be kind of as huge, although it probably is going to be regardless, because I'm, you know, I like my I like all these things to match. So that would go there, and then, you know, you would go there, and we just do the old pedestrian entrance thing on either side, and that looks all right. So that's fine, I guess. I don't see these being remotely useful, but I want them to exist. My whole thing lately has been doing stupid things for no reason other than I think they're going to look cool. So that's kind of going to continue with this. Now, that actually works. I'm slightly terrified about the idea of the boats going over the land there, but I'm going to allow it, I guess. They do cross over there, which is certainly something. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about that. Do I want it to come back to Whitby Port after Stow on the Wold? I kind of do. Although I feel like it could almost go to like another terminal. Well, potentially. It doesn't seem like it's actually set up to deal with other boats. Just looking at it, it does look a little bit. Okay, we definitely don't want that. Landing. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, so we do need to do that. And I guess it would need to go. So if I grab you, we have line 1. Hold on, Stow on the Wold Port. I need to manage this line again, don't I? So Whitby Port, I want it to go to number 2. Right? I feel like that's better. I feel like it should go to a different one on the way back. I don't know if having them cross over like that's a good idea, but it's what we're going to do. And I guess this is going to be, I guess just like, I don't know, a passenger boat. So PB and what are we going to call this? I guess Tenterden to Whitby to Stow. I guess that's fine. Although I do kind of want to, I do kind of want it to not be brown. Let's go for, I don't know, let's go for like green, I guess, for the boats on this. And we also need a harbor or a boat. What do you call it? What is this thing? A shipyard. That's the word I'm looking for. Shipyard. Now, where am I going to put this? I guess it could go down here, actually, looking at it. So why does this need to be around this way? So can I, oh, it fits in there perfectly. Oh, I love it. That's actually kind of perfect. It's a little big, you know, it sticks out into the water a little bit much, but it's kind of cool. And I've no idea what kind of boats we're going to go for. So we've got the Klondike. We've got the, oh boy, I've tried pronouncing it now. We're going to the Schaffhausen and the Zurich. Now, the Klondike can do passengers. This can do passengers. I feel like the Zurich is the better one to go for since it's actually a dedicated passenger boat. I don't think we need two of them, but I'm going to get two of them and they're going to be bright green. Or they're not, I guess. But there we go. So those can now exist. Oh, look at you. Oh, it's just that little bit on top that's bright green. That's actually kind of a relief, I'm not going to lie. These things could have looked so much worse, and they don't look too bad, honestly. I'm kind of excited about this. I don't know the last time I actually played around with boats in Transport Fever, so this is... I mean, I'm not expecting it to do anything. There's fish! Oh, something mysterious. What? Wait, this is an Easter egg? Ooh. Okay. All right, we got fish. There's like fish in there. Huh. All right then. Yeah, we got boats going. Like I said, I don't know if anyone's actually going to want to use them. I don't know if anyone's going to be remotely interested in getting a boat up and down the river. I mean, moving cargo by boat would probably make a lot more sense. But I think this is kind of cool. That's literally my entire... I think it's kind of cool. So that's what we're doing. That's the way we've got it now. Now what I do want to see is this right here, because we still don't have any machines on the Thatcham machines delivery line. Where's the train for this? So the train's on its way down. I don't know if this train has ever actually managed to make anything up. I don't even know if this is like the first time it's been down here, because if it is, then that would maybe explain why nothing's been put into the Thatcham thing, but I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. The only thing I know is this thing is picking up speed, and that's exactly what we want it doing. And then the autosave kicks in and just ruins my mojo. I'm an idiot. I don't know why I didn't notice this, and I'm sure you noticed it as soon as I did it. The train's wrong. That's why nothing's... Why did I go with a flatbed? It's this. This is what we need, boxcars. I think I was obsessed with like steel. I'm genuinely an idiot. It's not flatbeds at all. We need boxcars. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever, 10. Modify, set you to bright red, and that should start eventually putting some machines out on there. Now, what I'm going to do is manage the line, and I'm going to say that at Morton Hampstead Holt, it is loading up on, hold on, here it's loading machines, here it's unloading whatever. I'm going to say that it's going to wait though. So we're going to say minimum stop time, I guess full load any, and minimum stop time 3 minutes. Maximum stop time 5. I don't know. I guess that's fine. We'll just kind of let it stop for a bit and see if we start getting anything loaded into it. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why I didn't notice that. I just didn't. I feel like an idiot, but at least I caught it. I'm actually really glad that I caught that, because if I didn't catch that, oh man, the comments in this video, I'm not gonna lie. I can already see what the comments would have been if I didn't realize that I'd gone for the wrong, I'm kind of paranoid now. Let me have a look at this train. Hold on. Let me just double check. Cargo, boxcar, machines, we're good. Okay. Now, nothing is being dumped out into this right now. That does have me a little concerned, because we had a bit of production going on there, but I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. I'm sure we'll be fine. Now, how is this looking? Production's still not spectacular. It's definitely still not spectacular. Is there a way in which we could speed things up a little bit? I wonder if the vehicles going through Morton Hampstead are maybe a little slow doing that. They definitely could be, because they are hitting a dirt road once they get out this way, which would certainly slow it down. Oh man, there's still nothing in this train. I can't believe, I really can't believe that I set that up wrong initially. I'm so glad. I am so glad that I caught that. I'm really, I'm a little lost for words on that, because I looked at it and I thought, huh, something ain't right there. Also, we got like 6 people wanting to get on boats. That's kind of cool. We got like, what, down here, 4? Okay. Oh man, if we actually get people wanting to use the boats, this is actually going to be kind of cool. We get no one here, which is fine. I don't even know where the boats are. Right? Oh, there they are. Wait, that's not a boat. That's a bus. That's fine. What about you? No one on board. No one on board. That's okay. That's fine. We're still making ridiculous amounts of money, so I'm not really going to stress about it. I'm just, oh man, I'm just relieved. That's all. And we have machines popping up on this side as well. Fantastic. I mean, it's not that many, but it's better than nothing. And I really do think we need to bring some extra steel down here. So let me have a look at this real quick. So how are you doing? You're actually doing pretty well in terms of steel. You are doing very well in terms of steel, which is lovely to see. So we have that going for us. We get all these vehicles coming in, 91,000 a pop on the coal ones. That's kind of great. Now, what are you doing? Because you're like looping around all weird. So do these guys come in and then, oh, they load up and then they loop around and go out. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, goods production should pick up really nicely here. And that'll be great, because that should mean that steel demand kind of gets a little weird down here, and weird in a good way, because technically we need less steel moving by train now. So I'm kind of hoping that means more steel going in here. I don't know if that's actually how it's going to work, but that's what I'm going to be hoping for. So we'll pay attention and see what ends up happening there. What are you doing? What is this? So this is goods delivery. Okay. Should we upgrade the goods delivery lines? I feel like we should upgrade the fuel one as well. I feel like we should upgrade a lot of things. Like everything. I'm not even, you know what I'm thinking. You know exactly what I'm thinking of upgrading, and you know exactly what I'm not going to upgrade, right? All of the lines, all the tracks need upgraded. I'm just not doing it. But what I might do is upgrade these trains. So 255 capacity. If I take out all of those and I say, you know, just add these up to, so what's the length on this? 264. So 284, 305. I don't know if 305 capacity is going to be, or 305 length or whatever it was. I don't know if that's going to be a good idea for this, but I think we're going to go for it. Or 280 capacity, 305 length. I think we're going to go for it. I don't know if this line is actually profitable, but the trains themselves do need the, they do need the bit of an upgrade. So we might as well go ahead and do this. It is a faster car. It's 75 miles per hour as well. So it's going to let the trains go a little bit faster on the few sections of high-speed rail that they can go on. It's also 60 million for the upgrade, but it looks great. And that's obviously what matters. You know, it looks the part. It looks new, and it's maybe going to encourage people to be like, oh, they've invested in the trains. So the trains are new. We should go on the train. That's a thing people do, right? They look at a train or a bus and they're like, oh, that's new. I never used the bus. I never used the train, but it's new. That is actually, you know, I joke about it, but that is like a thing, right? Like anytime, like when London got the new double-deckers, people were like, oh, they look a bit rubbish, but, you know, they're new, so we'll try it out. That was new. New is maybe a they're not old, but like they're not as old as the old double-deckers, but they're not, I don't think they're new. The point is, all right, the point is, Like, you know, if you see that the trains have become all fancy, you might be inclined to try it out. Okay, that's the point that I'm making. It's like, oh, the trains are nice. Let's go on the trains and see if they're actually nice. And then you get on the train and you remember why you don't like traveling by train or public transport in general. Now, why do we have so many people wanting to go to Tadcaster? We might need to upgrade we might need to upgrade a little bit there in terms of the old planes going back and forth. Let's take a look up in Tadcaster and see how things are going at the airport here. It's relatively busy, which is fair enough. And then let's have a look in Rochester as well. And I'll tell you what we'll do. We should probably go ahead and get a line going from Rochester to Tadcaster. Let's make that a thing. So from here, we are going to just cut right across the top of the map. This is going to cut into my, what do you call it? My trains, but it's probably fine. We'll not really worry about it too much. Let's go for Terminal 1 right there. And this is going to be, how do we do it? Is it AP, air passengers? We should have done like, I don't know, PP, passenger plane. We'll go assume it's AP. And this is, I guess, Tadcaster to Rochester. So we'll do it that way. We'll scroll up to the top. Was I right? Yeah, it is that way. Okay. And it's going to be bright green as well, since that's basically the way the Tadcaster planes work. And speaking of planes, let's just go for another one of these guys. We'll go for another 2 of these guys in that lovely bright green. And once the game's done auto-saving, we can actually set them on the line, which is, you know, the exciting part of Transport Fever 2. Believe it or not, auto-saving, even though it is a fair chunk of the game, and I keep saying I should, you know, turn down the frequency, I'm not going to. Because here's the thing. The second I turn down, I make it to the auto-savings every 30 minutes instead of like 10 or whatever it is. The second I do that is the second this game is going to start crashing every 29 minutes exactly. That's exactly what happens. It's YouTubers' luck. It's gamers. Call it whatever you want. I guarantee it happens. All right. It's how these things work. Now, you have 16 machines on board, which is great. 8 million from you is also kind of great. You are loading up pretty well with machines, which is good. You've got 19 on board now, so that's also good. It's also kind of cool seeing 2 trains just sitting in here. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like that, and I also kind of like the idea of going to these guys and actually taking out the fancy train. I kind of like the idea of putting the diesel one in there. So let's take out all of those. And let's go to diesel. Let's make you bright yellow. We'll add one there. We'll add one there. We'll go for there. And we'll go for there. And I think that's going to be kind of cool. Now we could, if we wanted to, we could go ahead and we could replace all the wagons as well. I feel like that's unnecessary. I think this is fine as is for now. I don't really want to replace all the wagons on that train, although it might end up being a shorter train. I think we'll leave it be for now. Those are actually cheaper to run as well. They can do 70. Oh, wait a minute. They can do 75 miles per hour, but we're going with smaller wagons that I reckon probably can't do 75 miles per hour, right? So cargo, we're going for like these guys. They can do 50. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. I don't know. So we have 18 of each, I think. That's fair enough. What if we did like, so what's the capacity in you? 8 versus 13. Okay. What if we took a risk on something here? What if I sold like 3 of these, which I'm going to do, and then we modify you, and instead of 18 of each, we do like 10 of each. I don't know if that's worth doing, but it's what we're gonna do, because I can. So we're gonna take out all of these. I don't remember what length was that train. Hold on. That train is 404. Okay. So let's see what length it ends up being with 10 of each of these. So we'll do the flat cars first. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we'll do the box cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is actually going to be shorter. I don't know what the capacity necessarily is on that. I don't know if I can pin. So what's the capacity on you? 144 and 144. So 144 plus 144 is 288. With the capacity coming down to 260. That's not that bad. It's only a minus 28. And we could, if we wanted to, fix that by adding, like, I don't know, another boxcar and another flatbed. So if we do that, the train is still going to be shorter. And the capacity is, it's minus 2 rather than minus 28. So I think that's fair enough. I think that's a fair way to do it. So we'll modify you for 20 million. And we're going to duplicate, and duplicate. I don't think we need 5 trains in that line, but we're going with 5 trains in that line because it's going to be ridiculous. Now, what do you even look like now? Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. It's not bad looking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. That works out. It's a little bit shorter. It does have minus 2 in capacity, but that's fine. It should be faster. And that's kind of what we're looking for. The wagons can do 75 miles per hour. The locomotive can do 75 miles per hour. That's all we need. That is absolutely perfect. And then this guy is heading to Tadcaster with 23 machines on board. Could be better. I would still like it to be better, but it is at least a delivery of machines to Tadcaster, which means that we're going to see a little bit of growth in Tadcaster, and that's good. That's what we want. We, I think, have more goods coming in here as well, which is kind of fantastic. And apparently there's also 5,719 destinations here. I don't know if that's here or from Tadcaster. I have no idea, but I assume that's a good number. Target population to 10 plus 190. Oh, wow. Plus 190% growth. The number of residents Thatcham will grow / shrink to. Okay. So it's growing. That's what we want. That's kind of fantastic. The place is really coming together. Still a lot of people wanting to go to Tadcaster. I feel like we need more planes in that line. So what if we go ahead and, I mean, I don't necessarily know if we want to duplicate it. Although the planes are all full. Okay. Let's get 6. Let's get 6 planes there because that's apparently a thing that we need. And then looking in Tadcaster, how's the airport doing? The Rochester line has like 1 person on it. That's fine. That's not a huge deal. That's, you know, to be expected. It might pick up, it might not. I'm not really too stressed about it. The only thing I'm stressing about really is this. I want this to be successful. I want this to work out. I want machines to Tadcaster. I want Tadcaster to grow, but it's just going to be, I guess, a matter of being patient. Because, I mean, looking at it, oh, wow. It's actually just gone up by like 11 people, which is kind of fantastic. The goal or the target is now 630. That's good. We also have like a ridiculous number of people in here who want on the Thatcham loop. Oh my god. Okay, that's a little unexpected. Frequency on this is 3 minutes. This is also full, so let me manage vehicles and duplicate all of you on the Whitby line. Let me get the Foy one and say duplicate as well. And honestly, Thatcham loop is not full, but I think it needs to be more frequent, so we'll duplicate you as well. And we'll get more vehicles onto that and see how it ends up going. Because it seems Thatcham just got a new skyscraper as well. Not bad. I'm actually kind of pleased about this. This feels like we've got, you know, a bit of a groove going. We got our boats, which are reasonably popular. They're more popular than I thought they would be. I mean, they can each hold 150 people, and there's like 14 waiting, and absolutely no one in Stowe currently waiting, but, you know, other than that, they're doing fine. losing massive amounts of money. Yeah, there's absolutely no one on board. Either of them. That's fine. They can just lose money. It's not like I'm running a business here.